Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. I've got the box beam from Tractor Supply that I'm going to be cutting up. I did find out something kind of interesting. I went down to Tractor Supply. They wanted $21 for a piece of 1/4 inch angle, just like what I got from the rack. And I got over 40 feet of it. They wanted 21 bucks for 4 feet of it. So I got a whole lot of stuff. And admittedly, scrap price, much lower. But I'm not using it for scrap. I'm going to make a rack out of it and all kinds of other projects. So it's a beneficial situation for me. Also for them, they don't have the piece of angle iron and steel tubing sitting in their back lot that they have to get rid of. Kind of a win-win. Okay, now I got to get the grinder set up and I can grind off this weld and get started on making this into a useful piece. Because right now, it's kind of cobbled. First thing, face shield and hearing protection. This skill rack, this skill folding work table, much better than Workmate. Stronger. It's a little heavier, but it's a lot stronger. This end is opened up on the bottom. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this off. grab a chisel, see if I can knock this off. One down. There's two. Okay, one all cleaned up, ready to go. This can go out in the storeroom for when I bring the truck in, but first I gotta clean out the rest of the garage. You see me wearing hearing protection. Well, let me give you a little story. Yesterday morning, I went down and paid $5,950 for a pair of hearing aids. Yeah, because I have gross hearing loss. And what that means is, I can't hear anything in the mid-ranges until you get up to 100 decibels. That's pretty loud. A leaf blower goes up to 80. A marching band can hit 120. I can't hear it till it gets to 100. So having somebody talk to me is kind of an adventure. Now, I had a pair of hearing aids before, and they were 10 years old. They were good ones. They were the best that I could buy 10 years ago. But the new ones have come up with a few things that are a little bit better. Like instead of having 12 zones that they can boost and differentiate between the volume and the tone, this one, the new pair, has 17. So that's actually pretty good. It's also a rechargeable battery. It comes with a little rechargeable battery pack. You take it out, 3 hours of charging in that little rechargeable battery pack will get you 40 hours of operation. Yeah, I was concerned. I didn't want to have rechargeable hearing aids because I didn't want them going dead at a moment when I didn't want them going dead. And I thought, you know, if I just put them on the charger every night, they'll always be charged up. Now they got a 5-year life on them. They expect to last 5 years. I have a 2-year warranty on them, so that's good. And $5,950. If I had worn these when I was younger, I wouldn't need to worry about it because my hearing would still be good. Right now, pretty bad. Lots of years in stamping plants. Before 1970 something, I never went into a plant that you had to wear hearing protection. Borg Warner didn't require it. We were in stamping plant. It was horribly loud. No hearing protection at all. Wasn't until 1980 that I started getting into the idea of having hearing protection because I worked for United Technologies. They offered it. They didn't force it, but they offered it. Then I went to Metal Powder Components, and Metal Powder Components said, you will wear hearing protection. Unfortunately, it's too late. I had a test when I worked at Metal Powder Components, and my hearing was pretty bad. Not as bad as it is now, but pretty bad. So I started wearing my hearing protection. Not as much as I should have. There's loud sounds everywhere. The grinder I'm using, way over 80 decibels. And a lot of the equipment that I have here at home, you know, hitting on steel with a hammer, yeah, that damages your hearing. There's a time-weighted average. You know, if you're at 80 decibels for over 15 minutes, you've got hearing damage. So that's a leaf blower without hearing protection. And that's an electric leaf blower. That's not a gasoline-powered one. They're a lot louder. So, if you guys have hearing now, and you'd like to keep it, wear your hearing protection. And if you've lost your hearing, I can't recommend having hearing aids better than what it's done for me. When I went into the place and I was expecting to get shafted, I thought, oh, they're going to charge me a bunch of money for something that's not going to do any better. Well, the Bell-Tone company makes a hearing aid that actually makes it so I can hear. Cuts out the ringing. I'm hearing ringing right now because I'm not wearing my hearing aids. I've been out here grinding. There's no point in having my hearing aids on under earmuffs. But they have a set of software and hardware in that little hearing aid in my ear that senses the ringing and dampens it so that I don't hear the ringing sound anymore. I can hear my wife talk to me across the room in a normal voice. Actually, caught her a few times. She was kind of muttering under her breath, and I said, "What? I didn't do that." Kind of fun. So, protect your hearing. First, last, and always. Even if you've lost 90% of your hearing, that 10% means you got something. So protect your hearing best you can. And you young guys, I know it's all macho to not wear hearing protection. You know, you're a tough guy, you can take it. Believe me, it is a pain in the butt having to get up in the morning, put your hearing aids in before you start your breakfast, because otherwise you can't hear people talking to you. And it's $5,900 every 5 years. Now, inflation going the way it is, it'll probably be $10,000. I actually thought about that. I was sitting in the room and he was telling me what the price was going to be, and I said, you know, if I wait 6 months, it might double. That's what it did already this year. So, if you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.